Welcome back to X Minutes. My name is Brian.
I'm Wolf.
And this is the podcast that takes the longest running single continuity superhero franchise without a reboot and decides to break it down one extraordinary minute at a time. Somehow hiccuped and burped all at the same time. I'm a disgusting human being. But who's surprised? Look at my BMI. I just swallowed my own spit. What the fuck?
Went down the wrong tube.
God may have said that it went down the right tube. It just didn't do what he needed it to. Or she needed it to. And this is the 55th minute of X-Men. And Wolf, what happened?
So pretty much, we start the minute off at 0:00. We see that same mother and that same child. The mother is embracing the child, shielding him from Logan's claws. What she doesn't realize is that Logan isn't the threat. The threat is yet to come. So right after that, Magneto walks in, and he walks up and he's like, "You must be Wolverine." And then he fucking
You're Magneto. We're just gonna age you up.
he fucking he picks him up with his magnetic powers, and he's like, "That remarkable metal doesn't run through your entire body, does it?" Like, which he's saying, "I know it runs through your fucking body, and I have control over you." And I remember back in the day when I first saw this, when he was like lifting him up, I was like, "Oh crap, that's gotta suck. It's gotta like really hurt." Like, imagine feeling like something is lifting you up by your skeleton. You know? That would suck. And at around 15 seconds is when he starts to separate his claws magnetically. That looked like it hurt so bad. That was really cool on the director's part.
To quote
the director,
Chris Evans quoting his nephew, which I don't remember if I said it in this podcast or in the Bond Minute Bond one, but me no likey.
All right. Yeah, it's pretty intense. And like that sound effect they used, it's like the sound effect of like stiff metal, like being stretched, or not stretched, bent, not giving at all. It feels like it's gonna snap.
You know, if you want to take a big inhale of your vape and then completely talk with the cloud coming out, I'm totally down. I was hoping you were going to do that at the beginning of this minute.
It's funny. Like back when I smoked cigarettes, I could take a hit and talk with exhaling. But it's harder with vapor for whatever reason. Yeah. But
would you like to suffer so we can see it?
You're right. Let's see. I'll try to find something else to say. Oh yeah, at around, let's see here, 18 seconds.
Hey, it's green.
At around 18. Oh,
sorry. I saw that almost immediately. I saw you exhaling and talking a little bit at the end of that last time that you exhaled.
All right.
So I didn't think it would be bad.
No, but at around, it's 18 seconds. You see like Logan's like eyes rolling back in his head. It's probably just so painful having your skeleton manipulated by an old man.
What a couple days that he's had. He's had a concussion so bad that his healing factor didn't heal him for hours until he got a little pinprick when Jean Grey was taking some blood out.
Oh, yeah.
Then he literally feels death, and Rogue does that to him. And now he's like, "Oh, cool, you're gonna do the equivalent of bending my arm behind my back and twisting, but to my whole body and my skeleton."
Yes.
Jesus.
Exactly.
Fuck. Would he have been better off just 15 more years in Canada?
Right. But like, if I'm not mistaken, there's an issue, a comic where Magneto removes the adamantium from.
Saw a screenshot of that.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy, man. That would suck. But yeah, that's what it reminds me of, kinda. And then he says,
"What do you want?"
As Logan is in his Jesus pose. He says, "What do you want with me?" And Magneto's like, what does he say?
"My dear boy, who said I wanted you?" Or something like that.
"My dear boy, who said I wanted you?" And then that's when Logan slowly looks over at Rogue and is like, that's who he wants.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, and there's nothing we can do to stop him at this point. So then I really like, this kind of scared me when I was a kid, but I really like when he sends It's you can kind of see it at 40 seconds when he sends Logan to the back of the train forcefully, and his arms smash on the door, the opening of the door.
I was gonna say this is some CGI that holds up, like that CGI of the motorcycle going fast. No, this, yes. Oh, that just whoosh, like the force of it hitting, fighting against Magneto, holding it there in place.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a concussion I can believe.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Then, right after that, at around 45 seconds, Rogue stands up. She begins to run to the back of the train. And then immediately after, it looks like Magneto has a tranquilizer dart on his belt. He doesn't have a tranquilizer gun because the tranquilizer clearly is made out of some kind of metal. He is the gun. And he wills it into the back of her neck, which was at the back of her neck because I think that would that have killed her if that was the back of her neck?
It's interesting because I'm scrubbing through it at the 50-second mark, and this CGI doesn't quite hold up because before it cuts to her holding it, it gets to her at 51 seconds and then kind of rotates. So while I don't think the CGI with the lighting on the syringe holds up that well, he does have it fly towards her and then rotate a little bit and then stab in. So he slowed it down at the last second, technically.
It looks like at exactly 50 seconds, it's in like maybe behind the ear, maybe a little lower than behind the left ear.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it stabs in there, but it slows down enough that it's not like a bullet going into it. All. Although I really thought it was funny, his next line, after he stabs her, he just goes, "Millennials." I thought there was going to be more to that line. Young people. Like, cool, grandpa.
Yeah, right.
Like, can you be more specific? Young people trying to help their friends who almost got murdered just now.
Like these young mutants with their rap music and their
morals.
Their morals and their lean marijuana.
Jesus Christ. I almost had a guy try to get me addicted to lean. He was a Lyft passenger or whatever, and he was just like, and I would invite everyone to be up front, and he had this like cup that he kept like sipping on. Literally sipping on that lean. He was like, "Hey, do you want any lean?" And I was like, "Oh no, I'm working." He's like, "It's not addictive." And I was like, yes, I'm still. And then as soon as I dropped him off, I was like, "Is lean addictive?" I was like, "Lean is one of the most addictive substances you can." And I'm like, "Fuck you!" Like, he seemed nice enough. Besides the trying to hook me on lean so that he wouldn't be alone with his addiction.
Yeah, right. His crazy addiction. So this minute ends with Sabretooth and Toad carrying Rogue's lifeless body. I mean, she's alive, but she is clearly knocked out. Carry her off somewhere.
Wait, I think they actually have her in, like...
In a body bag?
Something like a body bag, yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And there's also Sabretooths with them. The whole place is abandoned. There's a lot more rubble than I would have expected. Oh, this was the entranceway. Okay. All right, so now we see the geography. What?
I know, a lot more rubble and a lot less police than I would expect for because how much time in between Scott blowing up the roof and Magneto showing up? It's like, I think at least the fire department would have been, circling rounding the corner or something.
Well, yeah, we'll definitely have some police in the upcoming minute, but one thing, why are Cyclops and Storm gone?
Oh, yeah.
Like, they were in that area, and Toad, leapt out somewhere else, not near there, so I don't know, they just left to be considerate and let Magneto group up with his henchmen.
Yeah, they should have been standing guard and been like, "You're not leaving with her."
Yeah. This I do like this wide shot at the end though, because you get a better sense of the geography of that room, and it does make sense to where we saw the I-beam come out later or earlier.
Yeah.
It's interesting though that Toad's carrying Rogue, I know you just got hit by lightning, bro, but Sabretooth is clearly, I hope everyone's watching on video, because some smoke held on to Wolf's microphone windscreen for a good extra second. I hope that's in the frame.